Yeah, thank you, Ambrose. It's a great night, and it's great to be here. Congratulations, Donnie. Good night. Anyway, first of all, I'd like to welcome you all here to the 4th Annual Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, with a special welcome to our head table guests and, of course, our inductees. It is my honor tonight to present to you for induction into the Waterford and District Sports Hall of Fame the 1976 and the 1977 Hi-Fi Hawks. I'd like to begin on behalf of the team and the Hall of Fame committee by extending our utmost thanks to the McLean family, especially Francis, who is not with us today, for their sponsorship of the Hi-Fi Hawks over the years. This commitment by the McLean family allowed the Hi-Fi Hawks to operate and achieve the results for which they are being honored today. Now to give a little story of history of both the 76 and 77 teams. Both teams, of course, had to win the initial rounds of playoffs at home. Then both of them actually went next to Sydney Mines, where both Hawk teams won in 2 straight games. For the 76 team, Glace Bay was the next opponent. In the first game, they were up against a pitcher who was 11-0 during the regular season. Kenny Timmons pitched a 5-hit, 4-0 shutout. The following afternoon in the Hawks field, the second game became one of the longest and most exciting fastball games in the history of the Hi-Fi Hawks. It took 19 innings and a standout relief performance from Jack Smith to finally come out with a victory. Jack came in relief in the top of the 4th inning with the bases loaded and 2 out, and the Hawks losing 5-2. He got the last out in that inning and gave up only 1 run at the top of the 7th. With the Hawks tying the game, Jack pitched another 12.5 scoreless innings for a total of 15 innings of relief to lead the Hawks to victory and send them on to the next opponent in Trenton, Nova Scotia. They swept Trenton for the Nova Scotia title. After the 1977 team won at home and against Sydney Mines, they went to meet to New Glasgow, and only Mother Nature stood in their way. After traveling to New Glasgow, they won the first game, and then they were rained out during the weekend. They were then forced to go home and return the next weekend. They played another game that next weekend and they were rained out again. Faced with having to return to Glasgow for a 3rd weekend, Tatis called their coach and suggested that they meet in Port Hawkesbury because the cost of the last 2 weekends was becoming unbearable. New Glasgow said no, so they went to New Glasgow for the 3rd week and defeated New Glasgow to win their 2nd Nova Scotia title. The following is a list of members for both the 76 and the 77 Hi-Fi Hawks. Gerald Tates Springhall, Paddy King, Robbie Leadbeater Sr, Jody Sutherland, Robbie Leadbeater Jr, Tommy Crawford, Jerry McDonald, Sonny Boudreau, Richie Wilcox, Billy Rigby, Jackie Smith, Lowell Cormier, Bobby Burke, Stephen Moe Pasher, Phonse Brenna, David Cuball MacKinnon, Rocky Burchell, Bunny Tracey, Kenny Timmons Jr, Donnie MacKay, Gary McDonald, Huey Boudreau, Kenny Cormier, Mike Kennedy, Blake Ratchford, Ray Bozo Steele, George Smith, Mel Snooks Bickerton, Angie McIsaac, Joey McIsaac, and of course, Francis McLean, sponsor. The Hawks asked me on their behalf to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this induction ceremony. I would now like to call upon Rocky Burchell and Bobby Burke to come up and accept plaques on behalf of the 1976 and 1977 High Five Hawks.